Hey there, this is Tyler Wist reporting from hashtag ICE 2016. Hashtag, why did I say that? Because I'm reporting from the Tweet Up meeting, Sunday night at the ICE, and I'm here with Charlie from the University of Regina. Now, you may not have heard of the University of Regina before. It is in landlocked Saskatchewan. So we get Charlie up here from landlocked Saskatchewan to fly over the ocean and come down here to Florida for the ICE. So Charlie, tell me about your experiences coming from Canada down to Florida for this massive meeting where you've probably been at a meeting before of what, maybe 200, 300 people at the max? Now we got 6,000 people here. Tell me about your experience, please.
Well, the first two things that I noticed when I stepped out of the airport were one, the humidity, and well, I guess a sub of that is the heat. But then the other is the plants. I'm a pollination biologist, and even though I don't have that many, haven't met too many people that are as excited about the plants as I am. They have different grass here. They don't even have the same grass as us in Canada.
Very true.
The plant, the different plant species are pretty exciting, and the fact that there's air plants and bromeliads growing here and palms, it's pretty cool.
Oh, I took a picture of an air plant.
Did you?
Didn't turn out, but go on.
They also have knolls here. I don't know if you had seen any of them crawling along the side of the building.
I took a picture of one of those too.
There, yeah. So
it didn't turn out.
It's it's pretty. Neither did mine. So it's cool being in a place that's just so different in its biodiversity, and the conference being this big is. It took me a while to find someone that I actually knew from Canada, other than people at the airport in Calgary. But I saw Miles, and I knew him. But that's really kind of allowed me to make some new friends and run into some other pollination biologists. I met Gail Anderson from SFU, who does forensic entomology, and I'm sure we'll meet a whole bunch more for the rest of the week.
It's interesting that you mentioned Miles. And how do you know Miles?
I know Miles from my first Canadian meeting in Saskatoon in 2014.
Okay.
And I've seen him at every meeting since. So.
And do you know Miles from Twitter?
Yes, I do as well. Yeah.
Okay, so Miles Zhang is Miles Zhang is quite the tweeter on Twitter.
Yes.
So I'll be doing an interview with Miles later, but let's talk about how you've been using the ICE hashtag to keep in touch with everyone here at the ICE.
I just use it on anything that I tweet about, especially people's talks, which is, for me, it's kind of my way of giving a shout out to whoever's giving the talk. I usually tweet something that I didn't know that I learned. Like I was talking about a species of halictid bee with Leslie Saul Gergatz from UC Davis earlier today, and so I'll just kind of put people's names out there, even if they're not on Twitter, and just talk about things that I'm doing. I mean, my lab back at the University of Regina are also on Twitter, a bunch of them, so then they kind of chime in every now and then to see how the conference is going. None of them are entomologists, so they're always really interested in what I study.
Well, that's very cool. So using the ICE hashtag, then, you can actually follow the meeting even if you're not there because of all these, what do we call them? Tweeps? Is that what we call Twitter people?
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, and so there are a few key Ento Twitter people that hopefully I'll get to interview later. And they started tweeting that they were really happy that other people were tweeting about the meeting. It made them feel like they were there, just like you're describing, Charlie. That's excellent. So I understand that you're also an Entomological Society of Saskatchewan member, right?
Yes, I am.
Great. And how did the ESS help you get to the meeting?
I applied for and won a travel award from or I think it's called the Entomological Activities Award now.
That's right.
From the Entomological Society of Saskatchewan.
Do you know one of the stipulations of that award?
Is that I have to talk to you about this conference or my work afterwards? Does this video count?
This video does not count. You are on the hook for a newsletter article.
Right. Yes. Well, I'm also hoping to give a presentation at the next meeting. So.
Okay. Well, you need to talk to me about that.
Okay.
Sounds good. So, one more question for you. You're also an Entomological Society of Canada member, is that right? Excellent. How has being an ESC member sort of helped you in your sense of community?
Well, a lot of the way that I connect with people in the ESC is through Twitter.
Oh.
And so I guess that's another aspect of it that is really good, is it keeps me connected with those people that I only see once a year, and that are all in completely different fields, really, in the sense like we're all entomologists, but I don't study phylogeny, for example, like I think Miles does. Maybe that's not a good way to describe what he does, but or Catherine Scott, who studies spiders. So it's I really like being a member of the ESC, just because then even though we're spread out across the country and there's not too many entomologists in universities, not that I've met anyways, as far as grad students go, it's kind of nice to have that community online.
That's excellent. And did you follow Catherine Scott's live tweets of the Black Widow mating session?
I did, actually. That is how I first found out about her, and that was right before the meeting in Montreal. So when I saw her there, I went beeline for her. And,
pun intended.
Yeah.
Pollination biologist.
Yeah, she got pretty famous, in that time period that she was doing it. So I think it's really helped her do some spider outreach with the public, because a lot of people who are not entomologists started following her, and they send her questions now, like, is this a hobo spider? Is this a brown recluse? And she's always answering the questions. So I think it's such a great tool for talking to the public about what you do.
That is very excellent. Thank you, Charlie. And if you're interested, now you can go back on Twitter and you can follow the meeting post hoc, let's say, by using the hashtag ICE2016. And also, if you're an ESC member, there's an ESC hashtag. Charlie, do you know it offhand?
Do I know about the ESC?
The hashtag? ESC hashtag.
I do. And
okay.
I have to say, when people were first talking about it, I suggested that we use ESC_ICE, and now it's the hashtag.
So you're responsible for the underscore.
I'm not responsible for the idea, but I just suggested the punctuation.
I find it hard to put underscores in, so...
Sorry! So do I, actually. Every time I do it, I wonder why we do it that way, but whatever.
That's all right. So if you are an ESC member and you want to follow the ICE, you can enter into your search bar hashtag ESC_ICE, and you will be privy to all of those posts, including some of mine and hopefully some of Charlie's, who invented the underscore. All right. Thank you, Charlie. Anything more that you would like to say to YouTube?
No, not really, other than if you're not here, we miss you, and hopefully you can follow along on Twitter.
Wonderful. Thanks so much, and enjoy the ice. Bye for now.